Hey, what's up? So yesterday I made a video about how Asian kids, mostly Asian dudes these days, don't really know how good they got it. And it basically was just a video of me complaining about how Asian people weren't really in the media when I was growing up. And it reminded me of this conversation I had with my co-founder a couple years ago. And growing up, I always complained about, yo, everyone who makes these movies are super racist. Why can't an Asian dude be a cool guy and get the lead role, right? And it's like why are they holding us back, right? And that was kind of my viewpoint growing up. And then my friend was talking to me. He was like basically saying, hey, if you're gonna fund a movie, would you fund something that already works, or would you fund something that has never been tried before, right? And I was like, yeah, I'd probably fund something that already works. So he's like, would you rather hire, you know, what's that chick's name from Ghost in the Shell, Black Widow girl to play Ghost in the Shell, or would you rather hire some random Asian girl no one's ever seen before, right? Yeah, I'd rather hire Scarlett Johansson because that's probably gonna historically be more likely that it's gonna perform well. So I think it's not so much as, hey, we're not willing to make movies with Asian people in it. It's more like, hey, we're not sure these movies with Asian people in it will actually do well, so I'm not gonna risk my money to invest in a movie that hasn't been proven, right? And I thought it'd be interesting to kind of go back and just look at. I asked ChatGPT like historically what movies we've seen that have been hella whitewashed. Some of them I haven't heard before. Some of them I definitely remember. So there was a Last Airbender, and I made a little chart here. I'll share on the screen. They budgeted 150 million for the movie. They doubled that, which I don't think is great because they have to factor in like marketing dollars as well. Rotten Tomatoes score 5%. I think I just Wikipedia the guy that played Aang is like this little white kid. Ghost in the Shell. I think that made a big deal with Scarlett Johansson. That movie did okay, 43%. Doctor Strange, the lady that plays the monk, is like the whitest lady. It's like they could have got a monk for that. I remember that one. That one was like I was like what the fuck about that. Aloha. I actually never heard of that movie before, but I guess like the Emma something plays like this half Chinese, quarter Chinese, quarter Hawaiian girl, but that movie obviously didn't do well. I remember Dragon Ball Evolution. I think it was Jesse from the Jesse from Breaking Bad plays Goku. That movie didn't do well either, 15%. 21. I remember 21 because 21 is about card counting in these college Asian kids from MIT that did card counting, right? And then the main character was white, and I was super pissed about it. I was like, why couldn't they get an Asian guy, right? I was like, that's super racist. Why didn't they just get an Asian guy if it's Asian guy's story? But I mean, if you're gonna fund like a multi-million-dollar movie, like wouldn't you get a white guy if your target demographic is white um and like you know we never had an Asian guy lead character before, so I mean I guess that makes sense. So yeah, I mean like recently I don't know if you guys saw Barbie, but the Simu Liu was in Barbie. He had the second lead role, and that went amazingly, and Barbie did really well. So I think things are coming around. I mean, obviously the Chinese market is a lot bigger now, so like you can see like Disney hella catering to Chinese people as well. So things are definitely turning around. So I don't think it's like a racism thing. I think it's more of a money thing, right? Obviously, stereotypes and stuff will play into it, but I think that's a good way to view the world. It's really more money driven than it is like, hey, there's like this person trying to hold Asian people down. By the way, I watched Great Wall on the plane the other day, and it was actually kind of a good movie. Like I was pretty entertained. I didn't watch the whole thing, so don't quote me on it. I didn't see the ending, but I remember when it came out, I was like, I'm never watching this movie. This is like a white savior movie, and it was. But it was like, I bet you Matt Damon is gonna get the girl at the end, which I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure he does. It's gonna be one of those movies where the white guy saves China or whatever. But it actually was a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, I wrote that movie off whenever I saw it. I think it was produced in China. I don't know because the Chinese in it was actually pretty accurate. But other than this on this list, I mean, I don't recognize any of these movies. Oh, I remember Marvel's Iron Fist came out, and I was like, yeah, that could have been an Asian guy for sure. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong that they're just like replacing Asian people with white people over all these years. I'm definitely not saying it's wrong. They shouldn't do it, and they definitely should have given Asian people more opportunities to be normal rather than just like stereotypical nerdy fat guy. But I am gonna say I think it's a lot more to do with investing money into something that will perform well. Although I think you can tell by the Rotten Tomatoes scores, all these movies did not really do so well, right? So yeah, who knows? I think things are turning around. Obviously, the market in China is growing, and things are getting a lot on the up and up for Asian people, and also you know, there's a lot of Chinese money that's coming in too. So we'll see how things go in media. But yeah, hope this thought process makes sense. See you guys next video.